Hello and welcome back to the Fullbase channel. Today I will do a quick high-level tour of what Fullbase is. It's a low-code CRUD framework that builds application based on a database structure. It is extremely fast to work with and you can get the first application up and running just within a few minutes. There are no runtime needed. Normal code is generated just if written by a human. I actually like to see Fullbase as if you get a new junior developer on the team. He is not afraid to do all the tedious and boring stuff. If you just give him a detailed description of what to do, he will generate a lot of code in no time. The code is highly efficient and free from bugs that most other humans tend to introduce sometimes. The application I'm about to show was created in just a few minutes. It is in the video linked in the description below. One important feature of Fullbase is the lifecycle. It is not a one-time template generating script that is executed, but is rather an IDE that supports incremental adding and changing of the data model. So, when it comes to the generated code from Fullbase, we have SQL. Today we only support SQL Server. More database will be supported in the future. We have the backend code, .NET Core, and frontend, which is in Svelte and TypeScript. Okay, so the SQL basically create table, create foreign keys, indexes, etc. The backend, we have the entity framework classes. Each table gets a class. Entity framework context fixes all relations between objects. And then we get the link queries. First of all, we have search queries, being able to search for anything within the tables of the query. Also include quick search, which is a Google-style text box for free text searching. This is still in version 1, so more intelligence will be added in the future. Then we have details request to show all data for editing, including parent tables and child tables. And save queries. Everything from the detail view, detail query can be edited and saved back to the database by default. Actually, it's the other way around as usual. You limit what your end user should not be able to edit. We get DTOs. All entity framework classes gets a matching DTO. View models. Each controller gets a couple of view models to facilitate transfer of data between client and server. Typically a list of DTO classes or search criteria. APIs on backend. On the front end, we get the DTOs and view models in TypeScript, matching the ones on the server side. API calls towards the backend. Svelte components. Each controller gets a set of Svelte components. All layout is Bootstrap 5. All TypeScript code is generated for loading data, adding data, etc. And Svelte stores for the Svelte components to interact with each other. Here is the Fullbase developer IDE. It has a table editor. To the left, you specify tables, columns, and foreign keys. The foreign keys are the white here. Whenever you hit save, Fullbase synchronizes the database, adds new tables, columns, etc. If you want more information, you can watch the video which is linked in the description below. Also, in some cases you have an existing database when you start the development. And to import structure from an existing database, this is actually being developed right now. Next step is to configure the controllers. Looking at the simplest one, country, it is automatically generated via a wizard. It reads data from one table only. This will result in one page in the front end. Country lookup. It is possible to search, list, and edit. You can also add a new country. And search, of course. Here we have a slightly more advanced controller. It was automatically generated via the wizard, but then it's possible to simply drag and drop what you want to include. Fullbase will automatically figure out the hierarchy via foreign keys and generate the queries for both search and details. And in this case, we have child tables via many-to-many relation between customer and books. So there is a list of books for each customer. And here is the view. Search. Click on the customer David. And then we have the possibility to add and delete items from the many-to-many relation. In this case, it's between customer and books. Add book, delete book. And then we have all the information for the particular book. And now this everything can be edited, as I mentioned before. Here you can see that many fields are shown. You can select a book and then change the name of the country where the author comes from. It is a cool functionality of Fullbase with a full recursive save, but not always what you want your end users to do. Also, the titles for the fields are not very user-friendly. So, going back to the Fullbase developer, and we go to the field details, and here we can see all the fields that are shown in the details view. And everything here is default, i.e. the engineering titles, and everything is shown everywhere. Everything can be edited and saved. This can of course be overridden, and as a true YouTube chef I have prepared. I actually did this in the video in the description. So in the book lookup field here, you can see that I have gone into each field and overwritten the title. I have selected what to be shown and what to not be shown. And if we go to the GUI again for the book, you can see it's much more neat and crisp. And talking about neat, here we have the search functionality, and I can show you how to do this quick search. We can search for Adam and we get a match. We can search for Adam, we get a match. You can basically search for anything here. And it's also configurable which fields not to include. It's also possible to search for specific genres, and here it comes a drop down automatically. And we also have this quick search possibility for selecting an author. So let's say we want to see all books from one particular author, for instance Bertil Bartel, all genres, and we get this. We can view him and we can edit. We can also add a new book. Book C from 1988, author Bertil Bartel, and this is a comedy. Save, and now we already have Bertil Bartel in the search filter, so if we click search here we should have both his books, book A and C. Okay, that was all I had today. Hope you found it interesting. Like and subscribe in that case. If you have any questions or you would like to start beta testing this, please contact me at christian@fullbase.dev.